Hey everyone, thank y'all for joining. Let's get into our show. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy hump day. Oh, we got some good news for you guys. We got some great stuff. We got some messy news. Let's jump on in. Hello to everyone. Okay. I've been, as you guys can see, very busy. My pop in is kind of late today, but it's okay. We still got it in. We're going to get into the update for the Nolan Wells case and funeral arrangements and all of that so that you guys can get that. We're going to also get into some other things in this video. So let's go ahead and jump in. Of course, everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay, let's jump on in. First topic. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Let's get that up. All right. Okay, so according to WLOX TV, funeral arrangements announced for Nolan Wells. Okay, so Nolan's funeral services will be held on Monday at Center Point Church at 6201 MS 57 in Ocean Springs. Visitation will be from 9 to 11 a.m. and the funeral will begin after. Christine Wansley, which is his mother, also said that there would be a celebration of life after the funeral at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. She said that we do not want to keep our family and friends. Oh, we do not want to keep it from our family and friends, teammates, former teammates. She says we want to celebrate Nolan. He would not want us sitting around crying, according to Nolan's mom. So let's get into what she had to say. She almost got choked up a little bit. I was like, ooh, hold it together, mama. All right, but let's get into it.
The homegoing celebration funeral will be held at Center Point Church in Ocean Springs. To be 9 to 11, and then after that, the plan is for the repast because again, we want to celebrate Nolan, and he would not want us to be sitting around crying and eating. And so what we're going to do is kind of have a party to celebrate him, and that'll be held at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. So we really do want to keep it for family and friends. We are going to allow media to come in as well. And lastly, absolutely, teammates. We've already contacted Coach Les George because we want to make sure that those guys are there. Former teammates from high school, middle school, teams that he played against. You guys are all welcome. But of course, we want to make sure that our families for sure and close friends get there. So just say for those of you, again, if you are having protests, even the day of his service, I am asking you guys to just keep it peaceful. Nolan would never want any type of violence or anything like that kind of person. So if you guys would, again, just be peaceful. And to the community, thank you so much. Just the outpouring of love, support. We've had some local officials, Mayor Casey Vaughn from Goshen. He has, it's almost been every day. He's been texting to check on us. Also, Jeffrey Hullum, thank you so much. He's been texting pretty much every day. A lot of stories from Nolan's teachers, which just warms my heart, his classmates, teammates. So again, for those of you who have donated to the GoFundMe, once again, I stress, you are not financially able to, we're not begging for that money, okay? If you're not financially able to, we understand. We thank you for whatever you can give, but if you cannot, if you would, just keep us in your prayers. And to his friends, stay strong, and please just take care of your mental health, because I know this is a lot. It's a lot for us, and I know you guys are feeling some of that too. So thank you all.
So that's the information. Originally, they were going to hold it at the Coliseum, so it looks like they're going to be having it at Center Point Church. I don't know if something fell through or something happened with the Coliseum, or maybe they were being a little too, had too many rules and restrictions and stuff like that. So they've chosen to have it at Center Point Church, 6201 MS 57 in Ocean Springs. All right. Visitation will be from 9 to 11 a.m. For those of you that want to go, or if you live in the area or live close and you want to go and pay your respects to Nolan Wells, that's the information for that. The funeral will begin shortly thereafter. And then a celebration of life, or like a celebration situation, will happen at the fairgrounds in Jackson County, at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. Okay. So that's the information on that. Let me pause my show right quick because I just ran across a message. Please show Miss Stacy. Hold on. Miss Shirley Terry. Please show Miss Shirley Terry some love. Send her some cyber hugs. Okay. She just announced in the chat, and y'all know we always like to give people love over here. So she said that she lost her brother. Let's put this message up. She said, I lost my brother to liver cancer on Saturday and my heart is heavy. So thank you for joining this live. Okay. Hopefully you can have your spirits lifted in this live to where you're not feeling down. But let's send her some love. Send her some hearts, please. Send her some hearts over. Send her some love in the chat, please. Okay. Please, 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 because we love her. She's always over here supporting me. And I just happened to look over and see the message. So we definitely send you some love, Miss Shirley Terry. Okay. Keep your head up, love. Keep your head up. All right. Keep your head up. All right. Let's continue on because there's more. There's more. Yes, send her some love over, you guys, in the chat. Send her some love and condolences. All right. Let's get to the next topic. All right. And that goes for anyone else. If you lost someone most recently, or if you lost someone a while back and it's just kind of feeling this kind of hitting you from hearing this Nolan Wells news. We've been talking about it every day. So it can be kind of triggering if you lost someone, especially if you lost them to like a horrific crime. It can be watching these cases like this, because we've been handling a lot of cases here lately. It can be very triggering. So prayers up for anyone that may be dealing with that in the chat or under the sound of my voice. Okay. So let's get into the next piece of evidence here. Ben Crump and Nolan Wells' family meet with the DA, and justice is demanding an arrest. It says it's not a simple grand jury transfer. So let's get into what they're saying here, because it looks like something else. Shout out to Public Opinion Court on this live, on this post. Okay, let's go.
Had an opportunity to meet with District Attorney Angel McElgrath and some members of her team. We had a very respectful meeting. The thing I assume, no, the thing to announce, she shared with the family that there will be a grand jury that she will turn this case over to once they have collected all the information and finished their investigation. We also agreed that we will have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts. Attorney Eric Hertz is helping lead the investigation team with former enforcement experts who are going to help us with the cell phone download. So everybody will be able to see at the same time what the cell phone has. We also talked about trying to make sure we dot every I and cross every T. I know that we're getting about 50 calls a day to 100 calls a day from people who were there on Horn Island, people who are familiar with individuals that were there on Horn Island. And so we continue to be steadfast in trying to get to the truth of why Nolan Wells is dead. Just had an opportunity
I get that
to meet.
So grand jury is involved. It should have been. There should already be an arrest. Sorry. But I got some news for you guys that's going to blow y'all socks off. All right. And we're getting close to it. And y'all going to be like, what the? Okay. It kind of made me mad. So I'm trying to keep my composure as we get closer to announcing it, because Lord God, right? All right. So again, shout out to Public Opinion Court. She's getting all this good tea on this. During the press conference update, Nolan Wells homicide, attorney Ben Crump had to check a reporter, you guys, for attempting to mislead their investigation, saying that one the police refused to do. So let's get into it, child. You know Ben Crump, he a little sassy, little something. All right, he will get your ass together. Let's get into it, child, because he got this person here together. Said, hold up now, don't be putting words in my damn mouth. All right, so let's get into it. During the press conference update on Nolan Wells homicide, attorney Ben Crump had to check a reporter for attempting to mislead their investigation. One, the police refused to do. Let's go.
There's been a lot of misinformation that's been spread online, especially the pool picture that was shared by you, and you had said that.
Well, I didn't share it, I reposted it. We're reposting everything. Let's make it clear. We're reposting everything because we're trying to get people to come in and call. And so we've said from the beginning, we're in a ferocious search for the truth. And so things out there, we are trying to post, ask people, do you know something about this? Let us know. Just because we repost does not mean that we authenticate anything. Look at our social media. We have always been very careful to say this is a repost, and we almost always give a declaration that that's what it is, a repost.
There's been a lot of misinformation.
Want to try him, didn't he? He said, hold up now, wait a doggone minute. Don't you dare up and try to question my job over here. About the pool picture, to say that Ben Crump was trying to insinuate something. He was like, no, it's a simple repost. And that's to ask people, hey, look at this picture. Do you see anything? You recognize anything? You have any leads or information on this picture? Reach out to us and let us know. So that's what he's telling them. That reporter tried it, didn't he? He tried it. Then said, look, just because I don't be solving all my cases out here. I know I left Shanquilla hanging over there, but damn it, don't up and try me at this press conference. That's what he let them know. All right. Oh, Lord. All right, so let's get into this news right here, Lord. Hold on. Let me get my Zen right, Lord Jesus. All right, so let's get into it. Damn. All right, so here's some information. I know y'all haven't heard it because I just heard it today. Y'all ready? All right. Nolan Wells. Now, remember when they initially said that when they found his body, that they had to identify him by his dental records. All right, you can look at his face and say, oh my God, that's Nolan. We've seen plenty of pictures of him. He's all over social media. I'm pretty sure his family gave authorities pictures of him and say, hey, if you see my son, this is what he looks like. This is who he is. Well, they could not identify him by that because Nolan's body was tortured and burned. Did y'all know that? Nolan's body was tortured and burned. And one of the people who actually went to DC for the second autopsy is giving some information. I don't know if they were supposed to do that, but it's out there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all ready for this? I need my trigger up for this. Oh my God, these motherfuckers need to be arrested. That's what I do know. Okay, because my thing is for his body to be burned and from the magnitude that they're saying and the way that they're saying, there had to be some type of substance, okay, lighter fluid, gas, kerosene, something poured on him for him to be burnt like that. You can't just strike a match and then throw it on somebody, for it to be like that. Absolutely not. Okay. And he had to already be unalive because if you try to burn a person, fire, that shit hurt, right? You gonna be stop, drop, and roll trying to get that shit up off you. So whoever did that, maybe, and I'm just let me go back into my criminal mind, because I watch a lot of crime shows. Maybe they gave him something. They say, hey, drink this. And maybe they put something in his drink to maybe knock him out. Maybe, they overdosed him. Maybe, I don't know. Something happened. But they said his body was tortured and burned. So I feel like some people need to be locked up, right? Y'all ready? Y'all said, really what? Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah.
From that person, and they were just talking about the body that they
came across. This was Nolan Wells.
So before knowing all that, he said that the body was mistreated.
Yeah.
It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured. Looked as if he was burnt, maybe.
Where?
Face, body, said he was burnt.
And not only that, his body was mistreated and when they transported him.
So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting the body, when, only a couple of people work that job, they all know you don't transport the body face down. That's kind of very disrespectful. So you always have them face up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down. And me personally, I took that as disrespect.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to the family.
Yes, definitely.
Got a call from that person, and They were just talking about the body that they
Came across. This was Nolan Wells.
So before knowing all that, he said that the body was mistreated.
Yeah.
It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured. Looked as if he was burnt, maybe.
Where?
Face, body, said he was burnt.
And not only that, his body was mistreated and when they transported him.
So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting the body, when, you know, only a couple of people work that job, they all know you don't transport the body face down. That's kind of very disrespectful. So you always have them face up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down. And me personally, I took that as disrespect.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to the family.
Yes, definitely.
Got call.
There's so much to take in right there, right? Hence the reason y'all took his phone, because of what you guys were going to do later. Whoever did it, right? Whoever did it. I just know whoever was doing all of the hiding of the phones, his keys, would not allow him to have his property. Again, that is a crime to take someone's property and not allow them to call for help. We've already heard that he was throwing up blood prior to said situation of him being found. There's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack here, and I'm flabbergasted in terms of no one being arrested as of right now. Ben Crump just said that they're in the process of getting people's phones to go through them. Today is the 15th. This happened on July the 4th. I'm confused of why it's taking so long for a warrant to have been issued. That should have been done July the 4th. That's pertinent information to get that phone and go through the phone. Now, granted, police do have a way of finding out what was in your phone, even if you delete it. But you don't want to wait this long. What are we, 2 weeks almost in? We're on the 15th of July. This happened July the 4th. They should have been there on the 4th or the 5th, early morning on the 5th, to get those phones, have them subpoenaed in to look for any type of evidence. Because we saw they quickly started deactivating accounts, deleting stuff, telling the family, oh, we don't have their phones. We don't have his keys. Keys right there, phone right there. So why? His mother already said a lot of things were deleted from his phone. Why is that? Okay. And then for them to say they found his body and he had to be recognized or identified rather by dental records, that means that there was some mutilation done to his body, because why not just look down and say, oh, that's Nolan, right? You should have just look at him. This was the day after. If they just found him the day, y'all found he was unalived on the 4th and they found him on the 5th. So his body shouldn't have decomposed since then. His body, y'all feel me? His body should not have decomposed from that night, from July 4th, going into early morning July 5th. Sorry. So it's all making sense to me now that there was some mutilation done to his damn body, and there needs to be some arrest. Sorry, there needs to be some arrest. Let me get up off that child, because that made me mad. All right. So let's get into this press release thing from the Jackson County Sheriff's Department that I have. Read that, and we're gonna get off this Nolan, because this is draining me. It's making me mad, and I'm tired of talking about it because I feel like nothing's being done. And yeah, okay, that's how I'm feeling. This shit is starting to piss me off a little bit, because I feel like the evidence is like right here up under their nose, and just like fuck it. And I feel like it's because of whose children are involved. They're not making this a priority because of whose children are involved. And I feel like they're protecting people. And I feel like they're not looking on purpose because they don't want to arrest certain people. And something needs to be done. I don't know if they need to call in extra people from somewhere else, FBI from somewhere else, to come in and do additional investigations so that this case can move along, because it's crazy that they get ready to have his funeral on the 20th and ain't nobody ass in jail. Even after y'all lied and hid shit and deleted stuff and everybody deactivating accounts. I just don't understand it. There's so much evidence there, and I feel like this is a whole farce and bullshit, if you will. All right, let's get into this. On my screen, as you guys can see, Jackson County Sheriff's Office, John Ledbetter, which is the sheriff, Randy Muffley, which is the chief deputy, for immediate release, July 7th of 2026. Press release. Let's get into what they're saying here. All right, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office continues to actively investigate the circumstances surrounding the death of Nolan Wells, who was last seen alive on Horn Island on July 4th of 2026. We recognize that a significant amount of information, speculation, and commentary has been shared on social media and throughout the community. As with any active investigation, our investigators are working to establish the facts through eyewitness accounts, physical evidence, and other reliable information. Said that we are asking anyone who was on or near Horn Island on July 4th of 2026 to contact the Jackson County Sheriff's Office if you have one of the following: any interactions with, sightings of, or statements regarding Nolan Wells, original unedited photos and videos taken on the northwest tip of Horn Island on July 4th of 2026, particularly those depicting alleged interactions or containing images of or believed to include Nolan Wells. Original media often contains critical details that may be essential to the ongoing investigation. How many more pictures do y'all need? Like, seriously, we've been sharing shit. I shared a lot. Hello, how many do y'all need? Hell, and I sent a bunch over to Ben Crump. Like, what do y'all need? Says observed or heard an argument, disturbance, or other unusual activity while on the island that day. Even information that may seem insignificant could prove valuable to investigators. We encourage anyone with firsthand knowledge to come forward. This remains an active and ongoing investigation. Really, I can't tell. So we appreciate the community's continued cooperation and ask everyone to refrain from spreading unverified information that could hinder investigative reports or efforts. Our thoughts, prayers, and condolences remain with Nolan Wells' family during this difficult time. We respectfully ask the public to extend compassion and privacy to his beloved ones as investigators continue working diligently to determine exactly what occurred. If you are or were a witness or possess photos or videos matching this request, please contact the Jackson County Sheriff's Department Criminal Investigations Division at 228-769-3065 during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or at 228-769-3063 for after hours. Signed off on John Ledbetter, which is the sheriff. You guys see that? So that is what they put out as a press release in regards to Nolan Wells. All right, let's move along. All right, let's get into some reality TV news because, baby, I can't do no more of that. Lord, it's draining me. I'm so sad for his family. I am. I don't know how I would feel as a mother if that was my son and they dragging their feet on this. And like, I would be mad. I would be so fucking mad. Everybody be getting cussed out, right? Everybody. But let's get into it. The Jasmine brand is reporting that Kelli from Real Housewives of Atlanta is in a lot of trouble for her financial issues. Kelli don't give a fuck, right? Kelli just don't give a fuck. Like, you're not paying your employees. You're not handling your business. You're not paying your rent at your chicken and waffles place. People are suing you left and right. Many more of your employees have now gone to file more lawsuits against you, and you running behind Shamea like her lapdog, right? You in the car hugging up on Shamea trying to console her. She ain't even trying to console your ass for what's to come, right? So let's get into a Real Housewives of Atlanta star, if we can call her that. Kelli Potter's bank accounts reportedly at risk of seizure over unpaid six-figure debt. They own her ass. All right, so let's get into it. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelli Potter is at risk of having her bank account seized after a lender won a massive default judgment against her. Now, according to legal documents obtained by TMZ, ARF Financial sued Kelli and her restaurant, Nana's Chicken and Waffles, in 2025 when she failed to respond. And she didn't respond to her employees who sued her as well. She did not respond. Like, she just thought that she was going to go away, and they won. But let's continue. After she failed to respond, a judge entered a default judgment against her for $217,301, an amount that continues to climb with interest. So every day that you don't pay nothing and you don't pay attention to this, the shit is still going up. All right. An amount that continues to climb with interest. As we said, the company is now subpoenaing banks in an effort to track down and seize funds from any account tied to Kelli. The representative for Kelli told TMZ this matter stems from a business loan that Kelli and her ex-husband, Mr. Farrell, obtained over 5 years ago while married, adding that the debt was already raised during the divorce, where Kelli argued that her ex-husband, Mark Farrell, should be on the hook. Said a claim that he has denied. Her representative maintained the matter would be rightfully resolved, noting that Kelli has not yet been officially served with the new suit. Kelly, you was just in the UK with Shamea. Living it up, child, with your little red bottoms on. See, Kelly is going, if Kelly don't do nothing else, Kelly gonna floss. Kelly is gonna pretend that she is good, that she's that girl, that she ain't got shit going on. Meanwhile, you had a whole almost $70,000 over there getting your damn teeth was fixed, and you should have been damn paying your bills and your employees. And now the shit about to bite you all up and through your ass. The fake one, okay? But what do y'all think? Sound off on that. Kelly. My God, girl. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so we got some Married to Medicine news here. And this is some crazy news. I said, oh my word. Let's get into it, child. So it's on site. Shout out to them. Married to Medicine star Leah Jones. Now, y'all know they had at one point in time 2 different locations for Married to Medicine. I think it was one in LA. Okay, I think she might have been from the LA show because she's definitely not, from Los Angeles. I see it there. Because she definitely ain't from Atlanta. So let's get into it. Married to Medicine star Leah Jones claims that her ex-husband, Dr. Colin Diaz, tried to hire a hitman to unalive her, y'all. Let me find out. Now, I did watch the LA show, okay, just to see what it was given. Of course, it was not as, fire. It was not as interesting, rather, as the Atlanta show, but it was all right. Okay, it was a watch, I guess. So let's get into it. According to It's on Site, Married to Medicine Los Angeles star Leah Jones is alleging that her ex-husband Colin Diaz tried to have her unalive, marking the latest development in the other couple's years-long legal battle. It said that according to a domestic violence restraining order filed this week, Jones claims that a neighbor told her that Diaz asked how much it would cost to get rid of her and allegedly said that he could get access to a clean pow to carry it out. Oh my, that is crazy. Jones alleges that Diaz is actively trying to recruit someone to harm her and says that she fears for her safety. She should. Let me put my trigger up, child, because that's crazy. That's some lifetime shit right there, ain't it? My God. How much you gotta hate a person to do that, especially to your damn spouse? My God. All right. So according to a domestic violence restraining order filed this week, Jones claims that a neighbor told her that Diaz. Oh, okay, we already had shit. I'm tired. Can y'all tell I'm tired? The former couple has been involved in legal disputes since 2021 when Diaz accused Jones of threatening to unalive him. Hold on. When Diaz accused Jones of threatening to unalive him and attacking him in a PetSmart in front of their children, I think they meant her, threatening to unalive her and her children in a PetSmart in front of their children. My God, said that alleging that allegations rather that resulted in a restraining order against her. Oh, wow. Said that Jones was later arrested for allegedly violating that order after authorities says that she came near Diaz, Beverly Hills home. So she did something to him. Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like she's on some fuck shit too. Oh my God. So you threatening him in a PetSmart and then you got a restraining order against you. You weren't supposed to be around him. So now he out here trying to put a hit on you. Oh my Lord. Now, I said that their divorce was ultimately finalized with Diaz receiving sole legal and physical custody of their children, or 2 children rather. Since then, Jones has continued fighting in court for increased parenting time, most recently seeking a 50-50 custody arrangement. Now, if you guys watch a lot of crime shows, anytime that there's a custody arrangement, a lot of times there will be some type of homicide situation because the other parent feel like they're not going to be heard in court. So they feel like, hey, I'm going to just take everybody out or take out the other parent, and then that automatically gives me custody of the child if I can prove, that I ain't do the shit, right? Now, he out here saying he can find a clean pow and somebody to do it. Yeah, that's a crime right there. You cannot be out here soliciting a hit on somebody, right? They might try to put a hit on me and some more other content creators. We ain't going to say no name, but y'all know who it is. That's a crime. That is a crime. Okay? Girl. I don't know what you were doing with Julio over there, baby, but you might want to leave Julio alone because he look like he's one of the damn he's one of with some of them crazy people, right? He do. He like he's with a gang over there from the Mexican cartels. That's what he gives. All right, he looks like he's a part of the cartels. I probably would not fuck around with him, especially if he is trying to put out a hit on you. That shit can be a person that do shit like that. Like it may not be the day tomorrow. It's probably when you're not even thinking about it. You going out to the store and somebody just run up on you and boom, right? That's how that works. Usually when you're not expecting shit like that to happen is when it happens. So just because you have a restraining order, a lot of times that does not stop it. Yes, it's a piece of paper saying that a person can't come near you, but ultimately if a person wants to do something and they want to do it really bad, they don't give a fuck about no paper. Like, you're gonna throw the paper at them and say, there was a restraining order, stay away. Like, what's that gonna do? They didn't do nothing. Right. But yeah, maybe she might needs to be in some type of protective custody with her kids until they figure out what the hell is going on with this, because that's a dangerous situation. Usually when spouses are going through things like this with child custody, it can get really nasty. And sometimes people do be unalived in cases like this too. All right. So let's get into this. I'm so tired of talking about Shamea and damn Porsha. One more topic, child, unless it's like some real breaking news. I don't care to talk about it no more after this video. All right, y'all, please do not send me nothing else about Shamea and Porsha, because I'm tired of them, right? I'm ready to take my damn belt off on both of their asses. But let's get into it. According to Housewives from a Housewife, I'm trying to keep y'all informed, even though I'm irritated. Let's get into it though, okay? All right, so Real Housewives of Atlanta, Peach is Porsha Williams making better strategic moves than Shamea Morgan Mwangi. So according to Carlos King's Messy Monday, they're still revealing some clips from his Messy Monday show from this past Monday about this whole knockdown drag out between Porsha and Shamea. That is like the talk of the town on social media now about these two, and this last episode where they were revealing that family members are trying to sleep with other people and all types of crazy shit. But let's get into what was said.
I think it will come out later that like, I just think that Porsha is a much better reality star than Shamea. I think Porsha made a great move by making up with Kelli in front of an audience and making everybody think that it's Shamea. That's the problem, not me. Look at me. Look at I'm even cool with her bestie now. She's icing Shamea out where there's no allies and there's no one left for her to feel like she has an ally. And although Kelly's still gonna be her ally and a friend, I've seen this happen in girl groups before, and it sucks if you're that person that's Shamea. Because the more you complain and say, no, she doesn't really mean that, you guys. She doesn't really want to make up with Kelli. She's being fake. I know her. I've known her the most. You look like a fucking bitch. You look like you're a hater. You look like you won't let it go. You look like you're petty. And who knows what the real truth is. But I'm just saying, as an outsider looking in, I've seen this mean girl shit in groups before where you're like, you know what? I like you a little bit. I hate you a little bit less than the other girls, so I can stomach apologizing or making up with you because I don't got real beef with Kelli. Kelli and her Porsha shit was surface. It's easy to make that up. So Shamea's seeing that. And she's like, I know her. I know her. This is just she's taking everything as it's a hit to her. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I understand in that moment how Shamea feels. Is Shamea right on everything? Hell no. She got her shit with her. And she did go low on a few things, 1000%. But she is like someone backed into a corner who feels, damn, before I had 3 friends on the show, then I had 2, then I had 1. Now I'm all alone totally. Now she's going to really pop off. She's going to pop off because she has nothing to lose now. She is alone on an island. No matter what she does, people going to say she's fucked up, she's wrong, she's an asshole. We can't stand her. She's doing it for clout. And I think that was a masterful thing that Porsha did reality show-wise to make up with Kelli in front of the group and make Shamea look crazy. And like she's imagining shit, and look at Porsha over there. You know, she's the bigger person. That's what I think. I think it will come out.
I agree. I told y'all Porsha was very strategic in that episode. Notice she was not popping off. She was very calm, making it like Shamea was the psycho bitch sitting over there doing all that yelling, and Shamea was all turned up. And Porsha was just like, what do you mean? When did I say that? I don't know what you're talking about. She was just in that mode. Like, she did not raise her eyebrow. Well, what do you mean? I never said that. When did I say that, Shamea? Like, she was like that. Meanwhile, Shamea was like, you said that. Like, you said. I was like, it's Shamea. Girl, you want to be friends that bad? Oh, my goodness. Calm down. All right, so let's go back down memory lane right quick. Because this video here, I dug this up, child. I said, baby, I feel like Shamea was trying to get Porsha to have the life that she had, right? By introducing her to Simon. So Shamea totally set up Simon to be with Porsha so that she can have the house, the cars, and all the things that Shamea had with Gerald, right? So she was trying to be a good friend and look out for Porsha and giving her some little trinkets in terms of what to do, where to meet up, and all of that shit. Even they had their first date. Did y'all know that Simon and Porsha had their first date as a double date with Shamea and Gerald? because she was trying to set her ass up so she can have this luxurious life that Shamea had. And the shit blew up in her face. Maybe Porsha is low-key blaming Shamea a little bit, right? It could be. I'm just saying hypothetically. Who knows? But let's get into this because Simon, child, listen to what Simon had to say.
That was real. We'd never met prior. I mean, we've never spoken to each other. We've been in the same area, in the same vicinity. We have mutual friends, but we've never interacted with each other until she showed up at my doorstep. So when I filed for divorce from that situation and became public, I actually was in Costa Rica, my home in Costa Rica, when I, got a DM from her. And it was one line, "I'm praying for you and your family." And I laughed at the time. I was, in the middle of drinking at the time. I've said to myself a couple of times, so some of the bad decisions that I've made, what was I doing when I made those decisions? And they had one common thread. I was drinking tequila. And so I guess, when
tequila from the bar.
I've stopped drinking tequila, at least if I have to make, decisions, important decisions, I don't drink anymore. But for the most part, I entertained it because I've been drinking, and I said to myself, I said, this is going to be interesting. And I would say I pushed on and said, where are you? And she said she was in Atlanta. And turns out she was with Shamea at the St. Regis. And I don't know what conversation they had, if Shamea was the one who suggested she DM me or she did it on her own. I'm not sure what happened. But the first date we ever sat down and ate in a private room, Shamea and her husband were there.
Ciao.
That was real. We'd never met.
I hear that. So he never met Porsha until Porsha actually showed up at his house for that scene when he and Fallon were married. He never seen Porsha. That's why he was so enamored with her. That's why she was twerking in the pool trying to get his attention. Right? Fast forward, Fallon and Simon fall out. Simon goes to Costa Rica to his other home. Porsha hit him up in the DMs, dropping the DMs, trying to act like she all saved, like she a missionary. Oh, I'm praying for you and your family through this difficult time. No, you're not. That was the open door for you to reach out to Simon to see where his head was and if he would respond to you. And he did. He got to looking at Porsha pictures like, oh, what she hit me up for, right? And fell into that stupid ass trap. So she trapped your ass and you fell right into it and agreed to pay her all this damn money a month to date her. And then you upped it whenever she got married to you. Okay. And both of y'all look stupid now, right? Simon, you done got deported, fucking around with Porsha. I feel like Porsha might have had something to do with it. And I know she said she didn't, but she does lie a lot. All right. And Porsha, your ass got the short end of the stick as well. You really thought that she was going to be living luxuriously like Shamea. And I feel like Shamea set the shit up because she knew Simon, and Gerald actually knows Simon as well. So I feel like the two of them were very much so involved, because what's the chances of you going on your very first date as a double date with your best friend? I feel like Shamea set the shit up, right? I feel like Shamea set it up for them to be together, knowing that one, he was not completely out of his situation, so y'all shouldn't have been fucking around with each other in the first place. But two, the simple fact that she knew Simon had wealth, she knew that Simon had all of these things, houses in different countries and shit like that, and he had a little coin, and that's what Porsha was looking for. And she knew that he had something when she came to his house when he was married to Fallon, because she got to looking around. Oh, this is nice. When she came in, look at the pool, look at this, da 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 da. Okay, so she had her sights set on him. So I'm pretty sure she had like a conversation with Shamea, like, who is this guy Simon? Like, I went to his house when he was with Fallon, and oh my God, like he had a beautiful house there. And I'm pretty sure Shamea kind of broke it down by way of talking to Gerald and get some inside information and or scoop on Simon to say, oh yeah, Simon is lit like that. Simon got money. Simon, got houses in Nigeria and Costa Rica and, planes and all this other shit. So Porsha was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for that. and Shamea helped set it up. But could be that Porsha has some type of animosity a little bit towards Shamea because of how her situation turned out with Simon. She could be blaming her because, you know, sometimes when you set your homegirl up with somebody and the shit don't work out, you kind of do be feeling away with your homegirl like, damn, why you hooked me up with this nigga knowing he was like this, right? I don't know, but y'all sound off on it and let me know. I just thought that was a little weird when I went back and looked at this video today. I said I'm gonna share that because damn, it's amazing how Shamea and Porsha were such good friends, like decades of friendship. And then the two of you guys were trying to be like homegirls with these two rich men, and Shamea, yours is still hanging on, child, probably by a thread, because the people say you ain't really happy at home, that's why you don't stay there. But Shamea always be in the streets. I think she do shit to avoid being at home. I think Gerald is boring to her. Shamea's a party girl. Gerald seems like he's a stick in the mud. That's what it seems. And I ain't trying to talk about her husband, but Gerald seems, you know, he got the money. She likes that part of it. But I think Gerald is very boring. He don't want to film with her. He don't want to do shit but just work. Okay, and enjoy his daughters. But in terms of with Shamea likes to have that party type of atmosphere, and Gerald don't like that. He's a shy, you know, like person who likes to keep his head down and keep his, you know, facing his damn books or whatever. Whereas, you know, she really thought that this situation between she and Porsha with this whole Simon situation was gonna be like, oh God, we're gonna double date and have all this fun. But then boom, barely 2 years into the situation between Porsha and Simon, the shit went all the way left. But y'all sound off and let me know, because I don't care no more. All right. Let's get out of here. Thank you to my top flight mods. Okay. Somebody said something about HIPAA, about that video about Nolan. That's definitely gonna be a HIPAA violation. They won't supposed to talk about that shit. But hey, they don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't no medical person. All right, I'm just sharing the news. So whoever shared it, I'm pretty sure they weren't supposed to. Hopefully they ain't take no pictures and leak them on social media, because you really gonna be fired behind that shit if you do. But the fact that they talked about that situation with Nolan, I mean, hell, it would be remiss for me not to share it, right? I didn't put the information out there. I'm just sharing it. But anywho and anyway, shout out to 170 watching in the chat. Thank you all for being here. Love you guys down. Top flight mods. Thank y'all. True TV Podcast, Rose Olmstead and Tiffany Thomas. Thank y'all so much. Thank you to all the content creators. Thank you to all of my Caramelians as well. You guys always do an awesome job. Please do not forget to tap on the like button. Okay, y'all know we be trying to give y'all all the tea up over here. Thank you again. Okay. And we're gonna get on out of here. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful day thus far. I will be checking back in with you guys a little bit later. Let me catch up on some things, because I'm gonna be traveling this week, so I'm trying to get some things handled before I leave and be traveling and whatnot. Okay, so you guys be patient with me as I get you guys this tea, because I'm trying to multitask. All right, love you guys down again. Please do not forget to like the video, hype up this video. Check me out on all publications on the Caramel Rail. And
even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.